Well, ISHCMC's a very international school, and it's nice to get to know lots of different people and lots of different backgrounds. So I'm sure that'll prepare me well for real life, because I feel like I can adapt more to different personalities and different situations. Because I mean, growing up in Vietnam and at ISHCMC, it's not exactly your standard childhood. So I think it's really prepared me in a more broader aspect for real life.
Who was your favorite teacher at ISHCMC and why?
I think my favorite teacher at ISHCMC would probably have been Mr. Hubbuck. He was my English higher level teacher, and I think he was my favorite teacher just because he was so relaxed, and he really knew us. He really knew all the students on a very sort of more personal basis, and we could really relate to everything he was saying. And maybe he wasn't necessarily completely serious all the time, but I think that's why we could actually learn better and really understand what he was going on about. And we weren't bored for his classes, and he really entertained us as well as taught us. So I had fun.
What was your favorite extracurricular activity and why?
I think my favorite extracurricular activity would probably be the school plays. I was in a couple of them, and I think the school plays at ISHCMC are really quite different from the school plays in other schools, because I mean, ISHCMC isn't a massive university sort of campus with massive auditoriums, so the students really get involved in a lot more aspects of costume design and stage setup, as well as the acting. And you get more of a smaller group of actors, and you really bond well, and you spend lots of time together. And it's a lot of fun doing something that most people in the cast that isn't really necessarily what they might want to do in life. So you get a lot of different broad range of people coming in, and it's a lot of fun to do all the different aspects of the theatre. So.
And now that you've graduated, where are you going to study, and what subject?
I'm going to study in the UK. I'm going to the University of Bristol to study law.
Great. What do you think, this is the final question, what do you think you'll miss the most about ISHCMC life?
I think the thing I'll miss the most about ISHCMC is, because it's such a small school, you really know everybody. I mean, now if I come into school, having graduated already, I still know most of the students there, most of the teachers, and it's nice to actually be able to come in and still feel like there's such a close community at ISHCMC, and it's such a broad community, and you really get to see people from everywhere. And I feel I'll definitely miss my friends and my teachers and the relationships that we had in Vietnam.
I graduated this past year, 2011.
Great. What was your favorite subject at ISHCMC and why?
My favorite subject was English. I really liked the subject, and I really love literature, but for me it was the teacher that really made me love it, because a class is only as good as its teacher, and my teachers were excellent, and my English teacher especially so.
Who was your English teacher?
My teacher was Mr. Hubbock, and he was insanely intelligent, and some really smart teachers can't teach, but he could teach, which was so amazing. And so I really enjoyed that class, and I got a lot out of it, and he's why I chose to take the courses in university that I'm choosing to.
Oh, that's great. What countries did your friends at ISHCMC come from?
The ones that I hung out with the most came from the UK, Australia, France, Japan, Korea, but we all kind of hung out a lot together, and there were a lot of Viet Qs as well that we hung out with, so it was a real mix.
What was your favorite extracurricular activity?
I loved the Marissa Sports Exchange just because it gave me a chance to meet people living in other countries, meet other expats, and just sort of broaden my network of friends. And so it's nice knowing that there are so many people around the world that I can just call and say, hey, I'm in the area, or what do you do over there? It's really nice having that group of friends.
And how do you think ISHCMC prepared you for real life?
I think it was really the sense of community. I mean, everyone was really supportive in this school, and it really builds your confidence, and you can go out into the world and think, okay, I can do this. I'm good enough to do this. And you're not afraid to pick and choose your friends to the ones that make you feel good. You don't just stay with friends because you don't feel you deserve better ones. You know you deserve good ones.
So what are you planning on studying at university?
hoping to major in English and minor in the classics. So I'm taking a Latin course, which I'm kind of scared for, but it's okay.
And what industry do you want to work in afterwards?
I'm really hoping to break into the publishing industry just because I love literature so much, but I also hate proofreading, so I see a bit of a conflict there.
And what is the best part about ISHCMC?
Definitely the community. I mean, teachers come and go, but there is always a strong community with the teachers, with the students. I mean, some of the teachers here I would gossip with about what I did on the weekend, and it was so nice to come to school. I never dreaded coming to school. I always wanted to come to school. So definitely the community.
Great. Thank you. That was
No
very
worries.
good.
My name's Harpratap Sandhu.
Great. And what was your favorite subject at ISHCMC and why?
Favorite subject at ISHCMC was ITGS, Information Technology in a Global Society. It was my favorite subject because IT and computers interest me, and that's what I hope to. That's what I hope to get a job in future in that sector.
Who was your favorite teacher at ISHCMC?
Favorite teacher was Mr. Phillips, because Mr. Patrick Phillips, because he helped me a lot during during the DP program, not only in my ITGS subject but also for my extended essay.
What do you miss the most about ISHCMC life?
Most I would say in the class of 2011, because we were a very special class, and we had a lot of good moments during the last 2 years, and that's fine. Yeah.
Good. And what countries did your school friends come from?
School friends came from many countries such as America, Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, and UK.
Great.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite extracurricular activity?
Favorite extracurricular activity would be Marissa, because it helped students. It helped me to be prepared for different sports, and even though I didn't get into the team, I knew what I had to work on to get into the team next year.
Great. And how do you think that ISHCMC prepared you for real life?
I think that meeting different people helped me to be more open, so it's easier to communicate, and that's a very important thing later in the future, because communication is very important in any country, whether it be your home country or a country you've never been to. That's the most important thing.
What subject are you planning on studying?
Subject, business and computer science, and hopefully, because I've taken ITGS, that's one of the reasons why I took that subject for university.
And tell me finally, what is the best part of going to school at the international school?
Best part would be that I've been here since grade 4, so I've made many friends since grade 4, and I've made also new friends, which have helped me to be here today. So, and be part of class of 2011. So that was one of the best moments.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.